Hello, this is Amanda Ray, the intuitive healer and psychic reader from theamandaray.com. I am here to do a pick a card reading for you in regards to your future children. So before I get started, you might be drawn to more than one pile of cards at a time. So if you are, watch whichever ones you're drawn to. If you're drawn to all of them, there might be messages from your guides in all of them. The key is to follow your intuition and follow your heart. I'm doing this for so many people. Some of the message will resonate and some are for other people. So just keep that in mind and don't take it as gospel. That said, our lives are all energy, and I am reading the current energy as it is now, and you are picking with your current energy. That said, if you don't like what the cards are saying, you can change that by making different choices. And just like if you do like what the cards are saying and you make different choices, it can also alter things as well. So this is just like a current picture of what things can look like. Okay, so this is from your future children. Before you pick your pile, I want you to really get connected with yourself and take 3 deep breaths. So heart-centered breaths. I'll show you the piles in a minute. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And I'm going to show you your piles. So here are the piles. Here's pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. So again, pile 1 with the quartz, pile 2 with amethyst, pile 3 with citrine. So if you need more time for taking your deep breaths and connecting with yourself before choosing, just pause the video. When you're ready, press play. We'll be here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to slide piles 2 and 3 up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and connect with pile number 1 here. So the first card here is just kind of like an overall theme for messages from your future children. So spring equinox, rebirth. Very beautiful card. I'm getting like messages of like fertility and new beginnings, new things coming for you. So and really focused on like healthier eating. So like not necessarily vegan or vegetarian, but eating a lot more plant-based. So they're saying you've been a little heavy on the carbs, so like just nurturing your body and allowing it to have the nutrients that it needs to move forward. I will pull up all the cards, talk about them a little bit as I'm going, but then we can just kind of see the whole spread here. So we got the owl, number 42, trust, the universe, some sacred geometry there. Fate. Yes. All right. And the past. Okay, so I'm really picking up some like divine destiny stuff. The universe and fate are pulled side by side here. Owl is all about wisdom and connecting with that part of yourself. So trusting in that, trusting yourself in that wisdom and letting go of the past. Don't keep rewinding things. Let's see what else you got here. Oh, happy family. Yes. And the sun, another fantastic card full of blessings. Full of blessings. Your future children, they are on the way. Believe in yourself. Release and relax. And again, that's kind of playing in with the past here. You're looking at your past experiences up until this point, and you're like, well, I don't have kids yet. I don't have this. And it's just too much going on. It's really heavy feeling. So there's something better, letting go of all that self-chatter, believing in yourself, and choose a new direction. Interesting. So, okay, so just kind of taking this all in, you've been getting some messages from spirit. So you might be seeing things as confirmation, such as feathers, coins, number sequences. You might be getting physical owls being sent to you. They might play songs on the radio. Someone might randomly say something. There's a lot of stuff kind of coming, and you're not believing in that. You're not trusting that. And so they're saying that in the past you had an instance that you felt like it was intuition. You followed it and it turned out bad, or didn't turn out as you expected or something. Like, I'll just give an example to make it a little easier. So if you were like, oh, I need to play the lottery, I'm going to win, and you didn't win, you might distrust that intuition, those intuitive guidances. And they're saying, we sent you on these tasks for a reason. For example, if it is, like I needed to play the lottery, I was going to win. Maybe you needed to be at that store buying that ticket instead of on your way when you were to avoid a car accident, or something that you can't see as a result of that. So having faith that even if it doesn't work out like you expected, so you had that, oh, I need to go buy a lottery ticket. It's not because you're going to win. It's because you needed to be there and not somewhere else at that exact same time. So trusting in that process a little bit more for yourself. Everything is happening for a reason. That the sun, blessings, rebirth. I'm hearing that you're already in the perfect relationship. The time just isn't right yet. You need to release and relax into that a little bit more. It doesn't have to be this hard. They're saying that you're making this harder than it has to be. So I don't know if you're very adamant that it must be this time, this day, or something like that, or they're saying you've taken the passion out. So your children are coming, but it might not look exactly like you expected. For example, this one here, that choose a new direction. So there's something that you're trying to do to bring your children into this physical existence. You're getting messages to take some different direction or a different route, but you aren't acting. You're still trying to force this. And you need to release what's not working, release the past. So they're still saying there's fertility there, but the timing, eating better. You don't have to go through like all of this interventions and stuff like that if that's what you're trying to do, is have these children. You need to nurture your body so that it can support those changes and follow that inner wisdom, believing in yourself, believing you have that strength to do it, because I'm picking up some fears coming, like either you're running out of time or you don't have enough, or something like that. But your family is coming, like this happy family card, like they are coming, your kids are coming, and they are so excited. The sun, I feel so, and even if you look in this card, it even has like a little baby over there, they are coming. So you need to relax and let that flow. They are going to love you so much, so much. Those blessings, like if you look in this card, the angel is holding that bouquet of roses. It can be so much easier than you're making it out to be. So just let it be easy, because it doesn't need to be hard. Okay? So you have a divine purpose in this lifetime. This universe and the fate is really calling to me here. Your children, either you've dreamt of them, or you already know their names, or something like that. There's something where you feel like they're so close, and then when it's not here, it's not here. Yeah, there's this resistance, or maybe you're trying to adopt and things keep getting delayed or something. But this is written in stone, is how they're telling me. Like, you are going to have these children. They are coming to you. But you have to release, relax, trust in that process, because you're just pushing yourself too far here. You're at the end of your rope. And it's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be a lot easier than you're making it out to be. So they're saying the number 16 is coming up. So I'm not sure if it's 16 weeks, 16 days, 16. So keep your eyes out for that. They might be sending you that number, or it might have some kind of significance to you. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you're kind of going about your day. But you have to release and let things go. Your kids are coming. Now, I have this little deck here, manifesting everyday miracles. So I'm going to pull, they're saying 2 cards from here as well for some messages for you. Specifically for the mom or dad, depending on who's watching here. Why is not part of the equation? And seek beauty. So for me, this is really nourishing, like nourishing yourself. Again, there's that big hair. Nourish yourself. Why is not part of the equation? Why do you have to eat healthier? That's not what you have to do. You just have to trust and you have to go for it. So whatever nudge you are getting from spirit to take action and switch things up, try a new path, that's what you need to be doing. Not asking why, just trusting in that. Follow your wisdom. Your kids are coming. They are patiently waiting for you to just fall into alignment. It is happening. It is coming. It's just not at the speed that you wanted, but it is coming. All right, pile number 1, that's your message from your future kids, bringing them into the now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, let me know you like these, and I can make more of them. But I'm going to move on to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2 here with the amethyst. So the top card here I have is just kind of like a theme card for the whole reading, and it gives kind of context to everything. So it's new moon, promise, with a little couple there. And I'm just feeling like you have to set some goals. You want kids, but you don't know when and you don't know how, and there's lots of like what if, how to. These cards are a little mixed up. That's interesting. We'll just pull all these ones together. So the heart chakra, if you're not familiar with chakras, it's all about giving and receiving love in equal measure. The element of fire, taking action. Another chakra, the third eye chakra, all about your guides, giving and receiving messages with your guides. The Big Dipper. So setting your sights on the stars, and water, hydration. Even in this, your theme card here, there's water all up in that card too. So water is going to be a big thing that you gotta increase your water intake here. Your body needs it. They're saying part of you is hesitant to going for your children. There's like, I can feel you wanting us, but I can also feel your fears associated with having us. So opening yourself up to love, giving and receiving that love. There's a bit of fear there. Blossoming abundance. Again, I'm getting like a fertility, springtime kind of vibes here. So maybe you're already pregnant or on that journey there. Door to personal healing and happiness. Isn't that so beautiful? Again, doors are opening. The opportunities are there. It's all falling into place. Pray. Release those worries. Connect with your guides, the third eye chakra, and pray. Connecting. Patience. Mainly with yourself. You're trying to do too many things, and this new moon, the promise, like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna set up this goal tomorrow. I'm gonna do this and that, and it's just not like that. You have to you have to be able to put yourself first and slow down enough to be able to set these goals here. Big happy changes. Yes. Unlikely. Interesting. So as I gotta go here first, the unlikely. This is more talking about your capacity to receive, and you're very hard on yourself with this. So you're like, oh, well, I can't have kids because then I can't do this for so-and-so, and I can't do this, and I can't, it's all about giving. And you can still do all of that stuff while having kids. It just might look different. If your church is having a bake sale, maybe you're not organizing and coordinating it all, but maybe you're baking the cookies and still participating, just in a different capacity. So don't discredit what your life looks like in trying to figure out all the things. And just that big happy changes. You can see it's just like there's lights shining right from her heart again. That door to personal healing and happiness. You have to be able to let this love in. And you might be suffering from anxiety. Even in this patience and pray, both angels are hunched over, very labored. Might be some insecurities of your ability to do things yourself, or that lack of confidence, feeling nervous, anxious, anxiety attacks, that kind of vibe. And it's like you're relying on your partner too much to make you feel whole, and you have so many good qualities. Like, you are a star, the Big Dipper. You are a star. You can do all of these things, but it's like you're seeking that reassurance. So doing a little bit of personal work to welcome your kids in, getting yourself ready to have that confidence. But I feel like you have to take some action here, with this fire right in between the chakras. So really, they want you to work on those feelings of self-love and that confidence. So how do they want you to do it? They want you, so they want you to go up to a mirror and it's like intimidate or rise up in your confidence to yourself in the mirror. So I just kind of envision people doing like the haka at themselves, or like roaring, like really expressing that inner animal instincts and that fire within, that Leo energy, really fiery. So you might be saying mantras like I am strong, but like really not just like I am strong, but like I am strong, like things like that. And like really challenge yourself, because they're saying you're a little bit meek, you bend really easily. So it's time to step up a little bit more into that confidence, because you have all these things. Your children will thank you for doing this work, and it will be much easier to steer the ship when feel like you're the one in actual control here. So that's going to be a big lesson for you, because you tend to give the reins to your partner and let them steer the ship, but that's not going to work when you are the one home, with your kids, especially in the beginning. Like you're going to have to, decide what you're eating. You're going to have to decide when you play or when you watch TV, or what activities you're doing. And you're normally just very go with the flow. So they're asking you to make some changes and really step into that, step into those opportunities and grow with that. And if you haven't already set goals for kids, talk to your partner about it, because you guys have slightly different viewpoints of how this should go down. So they want you to really focus on coming together and making sure you have the same vision, because they might want kids in 5 years from now. You may want them tomorrow. They're saying there's maybe a little bit of separation there in your desires. So just make sure that you have the patience to talk with them, because they aren't, your partner isn't one to talk about all the things. They get a little bit nervous, they have a hard time with it. They may be distant, they may be distracted, they may not have answers, like, oh, whatever you want. But have a little patience with them and just coax it out of them. Just a general conversation, and not like a pressuring them into having that conversation, but like just an actual general conversation, having that, opening up your heart, listening to that guidance, really drinking more water. You're very dehydrated. You're like, oh, but I'm drinking so much. But they're like, every time you have a coffee, a tea, a juice, a whatever, you need that much water to replace it just to get back to zero. So they're saying you just get caught up in like all the things and you just forget to drink. So if you drink water as soon as you wake up, drink it, and then go to the coffee, like that's the reward if that's your thing, coffee in the morning. And do that, drink the water, and as your body realizes water is available, it's going to naturally crave it and help you to drink more of that water. So just start with like half a glass, even just right in the morning, just pound it and then move on to the next thing, and it will be so much easier for you. All right, group number 2, that was your reading. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I release more videos. But for now, I'm going to be moving to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3 here with the citrine. This first card here is kind of like a theme card about the whole pile reading here. So you got forest, breath. So I'm feeling like you need to get grounded. There's so much like, lofty energy happening here. Like, like all over the place. I just feel chaotic and distracted and all this kind of stuff. So you might already have a kid and you're looking at having more, but maybe there was issues with your first pregnancy or the delivery, or maybe your child has some challenges for them as well. But there's something like just very scattered, very too much going on here. Let's see what else we got here. We have travel, earth, right, home, dance. Okay, so I'm picking up some like very, again, scattered energies. There's home and there's travel, and like home and earth jive, and dance and travel kind of jive, and then there's like write it out in the middle. So like I feel like your goals are very lofty. There's too much going on, like just it's like you're expecting to have kid after kid, or massive gaps between, and there's something unrealistic about your goals happening. So I'm not sure what kind of goals you're talking about or things you're thinking of, but like you gotta just pump the brakes a little bit here and get more grounded. Forest, earth, home, get grounded. All right, let's see what else is up. Anxiety, lots of worry happening. Angel of strength, not surprised there. So this is like you're putting on that brave face, but inside you feel like you're crumbling. And so again, that really chaotic kind of energy coming up here. So you may have even experienced a loss of a child, whether it was during pregnancy or after being born at some point. Some of you may have even lost a child, and there could be anxiety for this whole thing for that. Learn something new. Archangel Michael. Last 2 cards. Ask your angels, and Michael is showing up, and it's up to you, but you are surrounded by angels. All right. So Archangel Michael is like the angel of all angels. He is a protector. He can cut cords to things. You never forget things, but it just removes the toxic or negative emotions connected with things. So, and it just very fiery energy happening here. So, first things first, you have to let go of whatever it is that is making you feel so chaotic. There is just too much going on here in your mind. That anxiety, again, it's like you're thinking 20 things at one time and you can't get clear and it's all over the place. So if you have lost a child, you need to make peace with that for yourself. And even though we're talking about future kids, if you have lost a kid, I have a message for you from them. So they said their body just couldn't handle what they would have needed to endure in this lifetime. And they needed to let that body go. This is of no fault of your own, even if you've been blaming yourself or you feel like it's your fault. So know that if you have lost a child, it needed to happen. And you need to really go through that grieving process. Let that anxiety, the heartache, the everything in and let it out, because you can't keep blaming yourself for this. Life is a dance. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it all just balances out. Ask your angels for what it is you want. So if you are trying to have more kids in this, ask your angels. Let them go to work for you, because you're trying to carry this entire load by yourself, like this, excuse me. Ooh, throat chakra. You have got to express some things here, because you are holding on to a whole lot that you're either blaming yourself for and haven't expressed to anybody, or someone else is blaming you and you need to tell them what for and how to, or something of that nature, but you need to start expressing it. Write it down. Whoever it is that has done whatever they have, you need to write it down, express it, let it all pour out. It doesn't matter how pretty it looks. And you go ahead and you burn that. You take it, you burn it over a fire safely, right? But you have to take that action. You have to be doing that. If you have lost a child, you need to write a letter to them, expressing your love, apologizing for whatever it is you feel you need to apologize for, and get that off your chest too, because it's too heavy. Now, this travel, you need to have a bit more fun. So there's something that you've been putting off or resistant to doing, and you need to go ahead and do it, whether it's moving homes, traveling the world, something like that, because you're trying to force this issue, trying to have kids and put everything else on hold. And well, if you ain't pregnant, like, go ahead and go out, like go and explore and do those things, but you got to start living. Like, you can't trap yourself in all of this. Learn something new, learn to dance, take that time. And these changes are up to you. Your kid is coming, okay? Your future child needs you to be ready. You need to be able to work through whatever it is that is weighing very heavily on you. This could be a loss of a loved one too, but we need to work on that. We really need to get you moving through that. And all you have to do is ask Archangel Michael to step up, and he will be there for you. It's as simple as that. Ask him to help you, and he will. If he doesn't do the job, he knows who does. So you don't even have to worry about that. But in order for you to be able to have your child, you need to get yourself sorted out, release the things you're blaming yourself for, and feel more grounded. That's like, there's a lot of whoa energy happening here, and you need to be able to get yourself into that calmer space so that you can welcome a new child in, not worry about 500 more things in the grand scheme of things through that process. So that's your reading. I have Manifesting Everyday Miracles cards. They are asking me to pull 3 cards for you with some additional messages. Let's see what they want to say. All right. Spiritual awakening. Follow your dreams. Be enlightened. So again, 2 very spiritual cards. Ask your angels. You got to connect with your guides because they've been connecting with you. So you need to try some meditation and stuff to help get yourself more grounded so that you can release this stuff. That's going to be a major thing. Michael, ask your angels, enlighten the spiritual awakening, and set some goals for yourself, some dreams, so that you can, in fact, go after things. Everything's so lofty for you right now. You just keep running, and you're running on E at this point. And it's just not meant to be that hard. So it's time for you to go ahead, step up, excuse me, take control of your healing so that you can welcome that next chapter in. Because without that, you can't. That's it. You need to be able to ground yourself and release that stuff so that you can, in fact, move forward. Pile number 3, that's what I got for you. Sorry, it was a little heavy. Drink lots of water, help you rebalance after that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, thumbs up, let me know that you like these videos. Comment below what you're thinking, feeling, or if you have a request for a pick a card video, I'd love to hear it. I'm totally open to making some custom pick a cards here. So thank you so much for joining me. I love it spending time with you, and I very much look forward to spending more time with you in the future. Thank you so much. Bye.